Okay guys, so I'm trying again with my webcam up there. Um, you might have remembered that the audio went out of sync last time I tried it, but I'm using the internal mic now. So the sound quality is not going to be as good, but you get to see my ugly mug at the same time. So a lose-lose situation for you guys. So what I'm talking about today is changing the interface scale. So the interface scale is how big the fonts are, how big these graphical elements are on the screen. And there are two reasons why you might want to increase the scale. One, if you're working on a high resolution monitor, particularly a 4K or an 8K monitor, so that's 3840 by 2160 resolution or higher, the default screen elements are sized for HD, that's to say 1920 by 1080, which is the area that I'm recording here. I'm actually on an ultra wide monitor, but I don't use the full screen when I'm capturing because you guys won't see it or it'll be too tiny. But HD is the default size for this application, and all of the screen elements are sized for that. But if you're on a HD, on a 4K or higher monitor, then the fonts and these graphical elements here that controls the interface will all possibly be much too small for you. So you can just increase the size of those. So we do that by going into Edit, General Preferences, Interface, and then we just go down here to Interface Scale Factor. Now for my ultra wide, I would increase that to 1.5. For 4K, I would increase that to 2.0. So I'll just do 1.5 for now, and then I'll save that. And it doesn't apply straight away. You have to reload the program. So I'm just going to reload and then I'm going to be back. Okay, so now we're back. I just want to show you one other little thing. I don't know if you can see around this rim here, there's a gap from the edge of the screen. Even though I've actually used the user interface dots here to save this up here, the way that it records it records as if there was a little border around the edge, and that's a bug that I've reported to Bondware and many years ago, and they still haven't bothered to fix it. But you can see now I've increased the interface here to 1.5, here, interface scale factor to 1.5, and now the fonts are larger, these elements are bigger. So what I'd have to do now is I'd have to move all of these elements around so that I still have access to everything how I want to see it. And you might need to move some of these panels to other parts of the screen. Then when you've got everything how you want it, oh, there's stuff hiding down there. What's that? There we go. When you have everything where you want it, perhaps I might have to move these light controls somewhere different. So I'm just going to pick these up here. I'm going to snap them down here and, oops, what I've done there. Snap them down there. So it gives me a bit less screen real estate, but it's a bit easier to see. And then what I just do is go to here, make sure I'm in user interface, UI, and I'm in UI dots. Let me just increase the size of that. And then I just click on there, and now that remembers the layout for this 1.5 times scale of the user interface. Now, sometimes you'll find a problem with fonts, particularly over here on the parameters dials, and the fonts will they'll be clipped, and there's not a lot that you can do about that so far as I can see. And it seems to me that there are a couple of things that you Bondware should really do. One is the ability to change the scale of the fonts independently of the scale of the interface, and the other one is that it needs to auto scale. So at the moment it defaults to a HD screen, but if it recognises the resolution of the screen that you're on, it would be better if it just automatically picked that up and scaled for that. Now I realise that you might not necessarily want this to be full screen on whatever you're on, but it could still at least scale these font elements and these graphics. And that would just save you having to do this and then give you the option to override them in preferences. But that's it, guys. Just a nice little tip there for making your user interface easier to work with. And if you're not happy with that, just reduce that back to 1.0. That's full size. And next time you load back in, it will be back to normal, which we'll just confirm here. And here we are back to normal now, so it's restored. So it's completely undoable if you don't like the look. Anyway, guys, hopefully you found that useful, and I will speak to you again sometime soon.